Chapter 4. I followed Nicole into the store and waited for my eyes to adjust to the sudden darkness. Tiny red ceiling lights spread a dim glow over the narrow room. Spooky, I whispered. And then the man behind the counter came into focus. He wore a black robe, his face hidden beneath his dark hood. He stared at a newspaper on the counter. I gazed down a long, cluttered aisle, and at boxes stacked high and stuffed creatures scattered all over the floor. Some were sitting, some were standing, all in positions that made them look strangely alive. At the end of the aisle was a display case bursting with toys and gadgets. "Sasha, I don't believe this place," Nicole whispered. Then the hooded man behind the counter finally raised eyes to us, and I could see his face. No face. No face at all. Just a pale skull reflecting the glare of the dim red lights. I screamed. I couldn't help myself. And he laughed. A dry laugh, kind of like crackling dead leaves. He lifted a hand and pulled off the skull. A mask. He was wearing a skull mask. He grinned at us. He had wide, dark eyes and a black mustache on a pale, round face. His bald head glowed in the dim light. "Did I frighten you?" His voice was soft, almost a whisper. "A little," I said. He laughed. "It's Halloween all year around my store," he said. "Welcome. My name is Bardo." Nicole and I stepped close to the counter. "It's so dark in here," I said. He nodded. "I live in darkness." "Is the store new?" Nicole asked. A thin smile spread across his pale face. "It's new and it's old." Bardo tapped his fingers on the glass countertop. He had long, pointed fingernails painted black. "What kind of evil toys are you ladies looking for?" he asked. My throat was suddenly dry. My headache was a dull pain at the back of my neck. The store was creeping me out, and I could see that Nicole felt the same way. "Why didn't we leave when we had a chance?" "I need something for my little brother," I said. "He's 8. That's a frightening age," Bardo said. He grinned. "But I have the perfect thing." He reached under the counter and pulled up a large box. "Boys really love this," he said, tapping his long nails on it. "It's a cockroach farm." "A what?" Nicole and I both blurted at once. "A cockroach farm," he repeated. He turned the box so we could see the front. "See? You hatch the cockroaches in this container, and then they live in this glass case. Plenty of room for them to run around." But, I sputtered. Bardo smiled that thin smile. "You just have to be careful to keep the lid on," he said. I shook my head. "I don't think so," I said. He nodded. He lowered the box to the bottom shelf. Then he raised another box. I could see a plastic white and yellow flower in it that looked like a daisy. "Perfect for an 8-year-old, Bardo said. "You wear it on your t-shirt. It's a squirting flower. Very special." I squinted at it. "What's special about it?" "It shoots black ink pellets," he replied, waving the box in front of me. "The color never comes off. It's totally permanent." "No way," I said. "My parents will kill me." Okay, he said. "I have lots of evil toys for an 8-year-old. Follow me." He stepped around a corner and crossed to the nearest display case. He scratched his bald head, and pulled something from the case. "How about this cat?" He shoved in front of my face. A gray and white stuffed cat, actual cat size. "I think Toby is too old for a stuffed animal," I said. He smiled and shook his head. When he smiled, his black mustache slid up with his mouth. "You don't understand. Here, hold out your hand." I stuck my right hand out. He squeezed the cat's tail, and the cat bit me. "Ouch!" I let out a cry as the hard cat teeth clamped onto the back of my hand. Nicole gasped. "A stuffed animal that bites?" Bardo nodded, grinning. "Boys love it." He squeezed the tail again, and the teeth whipped off my hand. "It's from a company called Gruff Pets." The back of my hand that had teeth marks. I tried to rub the pain away. "No," I told Bardo. "Definitely not. My brother's already a total menace." He sighed and looked very disappointed. "We only have a few minutes," Nicole told him. "Why don't Sasha and I wander around on our own?" We walked back to the store. "I see why he calls this store Very Evil Toys," Nicole whispered, tossing back her long black hair. "Toby would love everything in here," I whispered. "And then he'd torture us all forever." "Sasha, are you feeling better?" she asked. "We should get going." I didn't answer. I had my eyes on a stack of blue cans on the back shelf. The cans were about the size of soda cans, and they had green labels on one side. "What's that?" Nicole leaned closer to see them better. I don't know. I picked up a can and read the label out loud to her. Monster blood is back. Huh? Nicole squinted at it. Monster blood? She took the blue can from me and started to pry the lid off, and the store owner let out a shriek. No! Don't open that!